Coming off the bye week, got some fun things going on. The whole division lost over the weekend. It's good stuff.
Now that's what I like to see.
Yep. We're going to briefly talk about that, but this episode, we're going to be having that way too early mock draft. You know, you're going to be confused. We're going to be confused.
Drew Aller, number 1 overall.
Yeah, I don't know if he's worth taking.
Him and Archer falling off. Well, Aller never been on, but I think Archer, he's looking a little.
Drew Aller had first-round hype going into this year.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. Then that last Penn State game, I think Drew Aller actually played pretty good, considering that Penn State's defense was
atrocious.
Buns against UCLA. There's no reason UCLA should have beaten Penn State, let alone scored a touchdown on Penn State. But
Nico went crazy on him.
He is hated in the state of Tennessee, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, Nico went a little crazy on him. But, you know, we're not here entirely to talk about college football. You know, we'll get to that when we're doing that PFF mock draft. But, you know, Steelers are coming off the bye. You know, some interesting games over the week. You know, the Bills lost to the Patriots.
The Chiefs lost to the Jaguars on a crazy play last night. Trevor Lawrence stumbled. I guess the Chiefs forgot.
Twice.
The Chiefs forgot you had to tackle the guy.
They thought it was college rules or something, you know?
When you have
Mahomes sold that game with that pick six for about 100 yards.
Yeah,
so. Hey, but Mahomes pulled off the dub for me in fantasy, so I don't really care.
Kareem Hunt pulled off the win in fantasy for me.
Yeah, rush touchdown, right?
2 of them. I picked them up late, and I think the score going into my game was like 118.76 to 118.26, and I won by like a good 12 points.
And, you know, looking at the standings for the league, I think the Steelers are like 3rd or 4th right now in the AFC, which is pretty insane. We'll see how that shapes up here later. But AFC North, everyone looks like they're in a bit of a rough spot except for the Steelers, which is an interesting thing to say.
But also, I'm not going to lie, there is no good quarterbacks playing in the AFC North besides Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, my guy. Well, they got like Joe Flacco just got interdivisionally traded from the Browns to the Bengals.
He's going to finish the AFC North gauntlet at this point. Watch the Steelers sign him next year. Then he's going to complete the gauntlet. He's got all the Infinity Stones.
I got a sneaking suspicion Rodgers is coming back, though.
Especially after that comment he made after the game.
He's like, oh, come back. We got to come back.
Yeah, that's interesting.
We'll just see how the season ends with him there, and that'll dictate if he's back or not. But I do think the team's trending in a positive direction. I just don't necessarily know when it's if it's going to be good enough.
But there's been a few trades today too. I saw obviously the Flacco trade. Odafe Owe got traded to the Chargers. And then Chauncey Gardner-Johnson got picked up by the Ravens as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
He can make the locker room even worse.
Oh, God. I think John Harbaugh lost that locker room a while back.
Yeah, they got smoked by the Texans, 44-10, something like that.
I'm not going to lie. You got to be a sick person to want to watch a beat down like that.
You gotta be sick to lose to the Texans like that.
Oh, dude,
they're not even really good.
I watched that game from start to finish and I loved it, but that's just the hater coming out.
Yeah. Well, I have the Steelers defense in fantasy, but I picked up the Texans. I was like, yeah, the Ravens offense is gonna be absolutely horrible, and I was right. So
it's about the matchups.
That helped out exactly. Now I'm back to the Steelers defense. You know, let's hope they pick up where they left off against the Browns here. We'll see how that goes. I don't think anything impressive.
I'm not gonna lie.
Which is concerning.
I think he's gonna get flustered.
They kept it tight with the Vikings, so like the Browns can't be that good, you know.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
But honestly, the Vikings, they obviously in the same predicament they were when they faced the Steelers, so I think that this should be a significantly different game from last week for the Browns.
Yeah. Let's just not treat it like it's a free dub.
Plus they're coming off a trip from overseas, so I feel like that can also play a factor. Yeah. You never know. You know
that bye week. They better be hungry.
They better, because usually when Tomlin's teams are coming off the bye week, they're a little sluggish.
I'm hungry for a blowout. I keep seeing these graphics. Tomlin's 18-1 against the Browns at home. The one loss, that nice little AFC wildcard game.
Don't talk about it, Vera.
I
want to Men in Black that from my memory. Get the little memory eraser.
Yeah. I don't like those graphics because it's like, oh, we got this in the bag, you know.
But at the same time, I can kind of see where they're coming from with those graphics. They're just pulling little nuggets and stats.
It's like stats, which is nice. Just don't let the Steelers see them. Don't give them too much confidence.
Remember what Juju said?
Yeah, don't let Big Ben. You know
that comment actually.
Big Ben saying second bye week. Don't be listening to Big Ben.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was coming from a former NFL quarterback. That is idiocracy right there.
Yeah, don't listen to Big Ben. You know, you see why you lost some of those Browns games. But yeah, we got some injuries Steelers are coming up on, or they're accruing throughout the season so far. This early bye week might have helped out a little bit. But the two injuries from that game in Ireland were, Austin and Ramsey. I don't think Austin's going to be back. That shoulder injury takes
I don't think Ramsey's
3 to 4 weeks
either. I actually know he's questionable.
I say Ramsey's probably questionable. Highsmith is probably going to be back with the light workload.
Yeah.
Warren, he's probably full.
Mm-hmm.
Porter Jr.,
I hope he was questionable as well.
Okay, so he's probably similar as like Highsmith. I mean, I don't know how this hamstring injury is going. I mean, hamstrings are a little rough, but
I don't want him to rush.
This is one rough hamstring injury.
Well, he did it to himself.
Look at that secondary at the end of that Vikings game.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I liked Eccles. I liked what I saw from him. I mean, I don't
James Pierre out there.
I don't like seeing James Pierre on that field, but hey, he held his own for the most part.
Where Corey Trice at?
Big play
injured
Trice.
Reserve. Yeah, I don't know if he's even coming back during the season. They probably have to put like someone else on IR and then like have him ready to return. But no, he'll be back. I'm gonna guess like most of these guys except for Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roman Wilson.
Will he get more than 6 snaps?
Coming out game now. It'll be like Skoranek. It'll be Skoranek. They better start Darnell. Give him some snaps.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we hinted at this last episode.
Darnell the dude.
Yeah.
Darnell's the dude.
I think that's like my Joe Milton right there. He's my Joe Milton. Let's just put it in those terms.
Joe Milton.
He's my Joe Milton.
Did you see the video of Joe Milton throwing a rocket at that
the
dude?
Delivery driver? Dude, that was crazy. I don't think I would even catch that. Yeah, I wouldn't catch it.
No. That dude was like 10 yards away from him. But our new schedule's kicking in here. We're recording this, Tuesday afternoon. It's going to go up Wednesday, early a.m. Yeah. And we'll have a game preview that goes out Friday in the a.m. and then the reaction Monday at the a.m. The hosts of each individual episode will change, but the middle of the week one's going to have both of us for sure. And, maybe we'll include some video in this one on Friday,
I also had some interest of a guest, potentially.
Who we got?
Brighton Casputis.
No idea who that is.
Yeah, he's in my fraternity with me. He was expressing interest today, so.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
We'll see how that goes. We'll get him in for you can even get him in for a reaction episode.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah.
Would not mind that.
All right. But now we're getting into our way too early mock draft. You might as well say this whole thing's a little hot take here,
Right.
It's getting a little insane. But our mock draft here, who's got the number 1 pick? The New York Jets.
Jets. That makes no sense, but oh wait. Oh, right.
They haven't won a game yet.
That is true.
They're going off the Super Bowl odds.
Who's number 3?
But we've discussed, me and Amere have said that he's taking even picks. I have odds. I get the privilege of this number 1 overall pick. And interesting enough, I don't think Justin Fields is the answer.
He's not.
People are like, oh, his stats look good. They all come in the fourth quarter in garbage time.
That's true.
Yeah, Justin Fields ain't him. We're taking the dude, Lenore Sellers, number 1 overall to the New York Jets.
Come on.
He's getting better each week.
He is.
High upside.
I like what I see from him.
People comp him to Anthony Richardson, but I think he has a more functioning brain than Anthony Richardson, so I think it's
Anthony
not really
Richardson is a walking injury. Right here. Oh, God, the Browns. I feel like they need everything in the books here. But I'm not too sure.
For some reason, it says they don't need a quarterback, which I fully disagree with.
Yeah, I really don't understand what's going on with their quarterback situation. I don't think they should take a quarterback first, but I do think some offensive line help could be the way to go. But once again, I don't know too much about this offensive line class, but I'm just gonna go with Spencer Fano, tackle out of Utah. I feel like.
All right.
Yeah, you get it. Tackle.
Yeah, we'll know more about our guys here whenever it comes to draft season. But this is a good thing to familiarize us and the audience with some of these college football guys who are not too in tune with college football here. But we look at the Ravens here, and I think this is a pretty easy take with Jordan Tyson. I think he's clearly one of the better, if not the best receiver in college football.
He was on
especially for this draft class. He's been balling out at Arizona State, so I think it's a pretty easy slam dunk pick. I don't think the Ravens are picking at 3 when it's said and done with the draft. But if they're there, they take Jordan Tyson. That's a pretty easy receiver selection there.
And right here with the Dolphins, obviously Tyreek Hill is going to be gone for some time. So I think we're going to see I think we're probably going to see another receiver go here. And one of the guys I was looking at, he's a little bit farther down the board, but I feel like they'll probably go best player available here. I'm going to go with an Ohio State guy with Carnell Tate.
Carnell Tate. Yeah, honestly, I think Tyreek Hill's done in a Dolphins uniform. I don't know if you saw him carted off the field, but he was extremely excited.
I'm not going to lie. Okay, I'm going to support Tyreek Hill in that situation. I think he was laughing so he didn't pass out. I think it was all adrenaline because I
maybe. See, if I'm the Dolphins, here's what I do.
He's laughing about an injury like that.
I'm the Dolphins here. Unfortunately, I'm going to ship off the head coach. I think he's lost it, unfortunately. I think he's a cool offensive mind, but I don't think he's not pulling it off there.
I've never really liked him in general.
And then I think you ship off for an actual quarterback.
Too many concussions.
Yes. But they ain't going to do that. We're going more predictive. But we're here with the Saints. I think Fernando Mendoza here is some marvelous value.
He's going to get Rat Boy
number 5. Yeah. Rat Boy finally got his first win against the Giants.
That game made me a little upset.
Jackson Dart's random fumble that squirted out of his hands. I think Scadaboo had a fumble as well.
He did, and he still got me good points for fantasy. Right here for right here we have the Raiders. Geno's not the option. Neither is Kenny Pickett. But I think we're probably going to see back-to-back quarterbacks go here just based off need at the current moment. So just going to go with Dante Moore.
Dante Moore out of Oregon. He's looked pretty good.
Yeah, at least so far into the season.
And he beat Penn State.
Who's that Baylor guy you were talking about?
Sawyer Robertson. I don't know if he's going to build up enough hype to get into this round 1 here, but we might have some sneaky dudes sneaking in here later. We got the Titans. It's pretty clear they need O-line help.
Oh yeah,
badly. You signed Dan Moore to be your wide receiver 1.
Yikes.
Not the best. They need just help in general. I'm going to be honest. I'm looking at these guards and tackles and, centers, and I'm not...
Yeah, nothing's...
very intrigued with these guys, but I'm going to go with Francis Moiguoa out of Miami.
Yeah, tackle.
Hey, he's a tackle, man. Yeah. Hurricanes are doing pretty good. I'm pretty sure they're ranked pretty high, too. Carson Beck.
So, right here with the Giants, I think they go offensive line. But if I was... Man, that Francis Moiguoa would have been nice for the Giants. But I'm going to go interior offensive line here. Going to go with Ola Vivega Leon from Penn State guard. I think, get a nice little guy there up the middle. So,
all right, then we're here with the Bengals. They need O-line. And we're just going to go with the dude, Caden Proctor at Alabama.
Hey, I feel like that name is a little familiar.
Plug and play them, They need any help they can get on the O-line, so they might as well invest here at number 9, get a nice sturdy Alabama tackle.
All right, and right here I've seen a lack of defensive players go in these first couple picks.
Oh, there's none.
So I'm gonna go with Reuben Bain Jr.
yeah.
out of Florida. Not Florida, Miami.
He's been, if not, one of the best, if not the best, at like edge
And
or
honestly,
football and college football.
Thinking about it,
right
if he falls to 10, that could possibly be a steal off of what information's out there now. So
yeah. And now we're looking at Houston here.
oh,
We're gonna get some more protection for that C.J. Stroud dude, Jennings Dunker.
that's an Iowa name. That's an Iowa name if I
Out of
remember.
Iowa.
Oh God.
So that line's been pretty atrocious. So you gotta bring in some dudes here.
So with the 12th pick here, I'm gonna have the Cardinals going with Mekhi Lemon, receiver out of USC.
Mm-hmm.
They need some help. Marvin Harrison, he's interesting, to say the least.
He's interesting.
He's interesting to say the least. He had that
Mm-hmm.
crazy blunder in a game I think 2 weeks ago where he basically
that
caused
drop.
the drop that turned into an interception. So
Mm-hmm. And with the Cowboys here, I'm gonna go Peter Woods, interior D lineman out of Clemson. He's on a similar level as Reuben Bain Jr. So I think he's worth the selection there at 13.
and coming up here with the Rams, Matthew Stafford. I don't know. This guy's probably not gonna be around too much longer. So I think we're gonna see another quarterback here.
Mm-hmm.
Ty Simpson out of Alabama.
I think he's a decent developmental guy. You slip behind Stafford for a year or two. Might not be too bad. We got the Chiefs here.
This team's kind of garbage now. I'm not gonna lie.
The Chiefs, they're a little rough. I think right here, with just value, I'm between Caleb Downs and T.J. Parker. I'm gonna go Caleb Downs.
All right.
Big defensive, instinctual deep safety that I feel like they could use there, especially with good value. He's one of the better players in the class, but just with positional value, he's not going to go top 5, top 10. So we're taking him at 15.
And right here it says they need a running back, but I know they do have DeAndre Swift.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna go with the Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love.
Well, I forget their head coach's name already. Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
He likes that 2 running back stuff.
Yeah.
And Jeremiah Love's got some wheels on him, so he might have another thunder and lightning type deal going on there again. Looking at Washington, I think this is where T.J. Parker goes out of Clemson.
Okay, yeah, good value pick there.
Needs some edge. He's one of the better players in the class. He's fallen to 17. A lot of this class has been, I guess O-line's been pretty terrible across the league this year.
Yeah.
Based off of all these teams' needs being guard and tackle and center. So
And
defense isn't going too high right now.
And speaking of defense, here with the Rams, I see that they need a lot of offensive line help, but you got to have the secondary on lock. So I'm gonna go with Jermod McCoy out of Tennessee, the cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
Fill that void up in the secondary there. Wow. Okay, hold up 1 second. The Rams have 18 picks 20 picks, I think, in this draft. And the Patriots have 19. That's a bit ridiculous.
Loading up, man.
They got to.
Patriots. Let's check out what we got going out on the edge here. I'm gonna go with Mansour Delane out of LSU.
Nice.
Get that guy on the other side of Gonzo.
Yeah,
secure
Christian
that
Gonzalez.
that defensive backfield.
Right here, I think I'm gonna go with tight end.
There we go.
Give Bo Nix another big target. I don't think Evan Ingram's the guy, so Kenyon Sadiq here.
Kenyon Sadiq. Heard he's been a dude. He's been balling out. With the Chargers here, they need edge. They need safety. They need O-line.
Just a lot of defensive stuff on the side of that ball. So
yeah, I'm thinking here with just value-wise, I'm gonna go with LT Overton out of Bama.
LT Overton out of Bama.
Mm-hmm.
Bang, there we go. And coming up here is the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, brother. Oh my. I'm not gonna lie, Carter. I'm like dumbfounded. I don't even know these dudes. Oh, man. This is like altering. Looks like they need a center, interior offensive line help.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously seen they had a lot of injuries over like the past few weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with good old Jake Slaughter out of Florida, center.
There you go.
Also, I just love the name. So
Jake Slaughter. Now we're looking at the Seahawks here.
Somehow they still need offensive line.
And somehow Arvell Reese has slipped to 23. Easy pick. Hearing he's shown some remnants of some Micah Parsons type stuff. So
Really?
That might be a nice little steal there at 23 for the Seahawks.
And next up, Dallas Cowboys. Jerry's world.
With the Green Bay's pick.
It is. So right here, I'm going to go with defensive line. Caleb Banks out of Florida.
Double dipping.
Yes, sir. Double dipping.
Yeah, they got to stop the run. That's what Jerry says.
They have to.
They got to keep going in on that. Now we got the Steelers here.
Oh, interesting. Quarterback.
Yeah. Quite simply, they've gone out and taken a look at John Mateer a couple times.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and take John Mateer. I think he's going to go earlier than this.
Yeah.
I do like John Mateer. And if it came to it, how I was taken at 25? That dude Trinidad Chambliss, man.
Trinidad, bro. Okay.
He's low-key been balling.
So
He's been going crazy.
Going here with the Browns, I would probably go with a pick on par with what I think they would do. So I'd go with Denzel Boston out of Washington. Highest,
Okay.
rated receiver there. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about Mr. Denzel, but Cleveland needs help. Oh, he's a big guy. 6'4", 209.
The Buccaneers here. I think we're going to go off the edge.
Edge?
Keldrick Falk, Auburn.
Nice.
That's our pick there. Need some edge help.
We're going here with...
Their offense is pretty good. They got Ibuka. He's cooking right now.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's insane. So looking at the Lions here, it says they need some, offensive line help, which, yeah, they probably do. But I'm going to go with the defensive side of the ball here. We're going to go Amare Washington out of... Actually, no. I'm going to take a Georgia Bulldog, Christian Miller. If the Eagles have taught us something, it's to never doubt the Georgia Bulldogs. So, Christian Miller. I had to hold the brakes.
All right, so now we got the Bills. I'm going to go corner here. We're going to go Avion Terrell, AJ Terrell's little bro. That's what we're rolling with.
Alrighty. I feel like the 49ers need anything imaginable, but having my mother as a 49ers fan and listening to the complaining of the offensive line, I think they're going to go with, a center, Connor Lew, right here out of Auburn. They need help, especially on the interior offensive line. So,
yeah, I was say O-line's been struggling this year. I feel like this might be a year they're dipping in the O-line.
Yeah,
quite a bit. Now we have the Colts. I'm gonna go D-back here. AJ Harris out of Penn State.
Hey, I already like the Colts secondary. They're nice.
They're getting bolstered even more.
You said AJ Harris?
Yep. Out of Penn State.
Nice.
Now you get the last pick with the Eagles.
With Philly. They're going receiver. But I feel like they won't go
receiver. They don't even use them damn receivers.
Exactly. That's why I'm going to go with Mr. Cassius Howell. Out of
got another guy coming off the edge.
Honestly, I feel like that's one thing the Eagles do. They just bolster up on their defense.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I would make a case for receiver is because I think AJ Brown could get shipped off. I just honestly think that's the way things are trending. There's some controversy brewing there.
I do agree with that, actually.
So it could be a little bit interesting to see what happens there, but yeah. Oh, they're grading the draft.
What'd they give you?
It's still generating here.
Usually it'll say, pay to see your grade. We ain't got the funding for that.
Yeah, I'm not getting funded for this. I didn't get anything. But yeah.
And then we got our one question to end off the episode. Are the Steelers legitimately a top team in the AFC?
Hypothetically, I would go with yes. But that's just the way things are kind of trending. I feel like this year in the AFC, I feel like it's a bit weaker than usual. Matter of fact, I feel like the NFL as a whole is a bit weaker this year. I feel like there's been a lot of weird results, a lot of just weird things happening,
Like
injuries.
that Bills game?
Yeah, that shouldn't have happened. So I feel like it could be anyone's
game. So that
it is.
theoretically puts Steelers as one of the top teams. So. Anybody could be a top team.
If Jacksonville's 4-1,
anybody can be.
Exactly. Exactly.
Which is pretty insane. No, yeah, I don't know how Jack just keep pulling it off.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
Travis Hunter.
Lawrence doesn't look particularly good out there.
I don't think he's ever really looked good.
No, not really. But that is going to do it for today's episode. You will hear back from me Friday morning, and so on and so forth. All right, have a good one.
See ya.